Hey guys, Matt from TOTALmtg here, and welcome to this week's deck tech. So what deck brew have I made for you this week? It is Colorless Black Constructs. This is a bit of a budgety sort of brew on the theme of constructs. Now, I couldn't make it completely colourless. I had to splash a little bit of black in. It's just a little bit of black, mainly for the sideboard, and there is some fatal pushes in the main. Gone are the days where we got warping whales and stuff like that. Really, really good colourless, like sorcery and instant spells that we used to have. So we're adding a bit of black in because black has some great cards, like the Push, like the Vraska's Contempt, and maybe a couple more. So we're going to start off looking at the creatures. As you can imagine, there's a lot of constructs. They're all constructs except for the 4 metallic mimic. But when this enters, you choose a creature type. It will be construct, of course. Mimic comes in and chooses an addition type to addition to the other types. Oh, just about got that out. Each other creature you control of the chosen type enters with the battlefield with a 1/1 additional counter. So this is good with the Walking Ballistas, the Scrapheap Scroungers, the other stuff that we do have in there. As you can see, we've got a lot of 4-ofs. We will have a lot of 4-ofs in this deck. 4 of the Metallic Mimic, 4 of Walking Ballista, and 4 Scrapheap Scrounger. Which I also added the black, obviously, to the deck as well, because it costs 1 and a black to exile another creature card from your graveyard, and then you get to return the Scrapheap Scrounger to the battlefield. Walking Ballista can be pumped up by paying 4 and putting another 1/1 counter on, and even if they do try to kill it, you can remove all those counters, just do damage to creature, player, redirect to Planeswalker, whatever you want to do. So we go on to our next set of 4-ofs. Chief of the Foundry and Foundry Inspector worked very well together. The Foundry, Chief of the Foundry, gives all other artifacts +1/1. So it's going to be our little anthem, pump up all our little constructs. Foundry Inspector makes the artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. Get 2 of them on the field, 2 less to cast. You know what I'm saying. Scrap Trawler costs 3, it's a 3/2. Very interesting card, this one, Scrap Trawler. When Scrap Trawler or another artifact you control is put into the graveyard, you get to return to your hand an artifact card with graveyard with lesser coveted mana cost. So we will be able to get something back very good, maybe a Walking Ballista, something like that. The Metallic Mimics, they're often very easily killed. We can get one of those back. We got all 3 of these as a 4-of. Like I say, there's a lot of 4-ofs in this deck, but it all works very well. You can see the pattern. It is a bit, it's tribal, it's construct tribal. So then we're going to be colourless with a little bit of black for the removal. Our last creature is a 4-of, which is Treasure Keeper. It's a 3/3. It does cost 4 though. When it dies, you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with a coveted mana cost 3 or less. We've got quite a few of them in our deck. Then we may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all the other reveal cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this is obviously just a 3/3, but it will help us, go through the top cards of our library until we reveal that non-land card, and then we can cast that card. Really, really good. It costs 4, but we're going to potentially get 2 spells out of it. Treasure Keeper is a 4-of, and I think it'd be very, very good in the deck. So let's get to our spells now. We don't have many spells. This is more of, obviously tribal constructs. So it's a lot of creatures we have in the main. Fatal Push, like I said, is there a 4-of. And we've also got Costly Plunder. Additional cards, you have to sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Well, luckily we've got a hell of a lot of both. And then you draw 2 cards. And like I said previously, with some other interactions with the other constructs, we might be able to bring some of them back. So as much as you might have to sacrifice a creature, there is potentially cards in our deck to get them back onto the battlefield or into our hands. We also have a 3-of Sorcerous Spyglass. I wanted 4, but I just couldn't fit it in, so we're going to go as a 3-of. I really do enjoy this card, and plus it's an artifact, so it's on theme with the deck as well. Ends a battlefield, you look at opponent's card, you choose any card then, so it might be one that you've already seen that's not in their hand, and you can stop the activated abilities of those, and it's really good against Planeswalkers. So let's get to the lands now. We've got a lot of interesting lands here because we're basically colourless. We've got 3 Field of Ruins there. We can obviously tap for colours and destroy non-basic lands. 4 Hostile Deserts. You can exile a land card. So we've got lands that we're going to be able to sack sometimes, and then you can exile a land card and turn this into a 3/4 elemental. Now I know it's not a construct, but it's just a very good card for our deck. 2 Inventor's Fair, which has the ability for 4, you can search your library for an artifact card, where we got a lot of them. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you can control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. Obviously, if you have to sacrifice the Inventors, you have to reveal it, pinch hand. You can only activate this if you've got 3 or more artifacts, and I'm pretty sure we'll always have that. 4 Spire of Industry. If you want to swap this for a more budget land, you can. I just chucked it in there because you can pay 1 life and add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. I didn't want a great number of swamps for our, we don't run that many black cards, so Spire helps us with that. As does Painted Bluffs, taps for the colours, pay 1, add 1 mana of any colour as well. And then we've got a couple of Scavenger Grounds, taps for colours again, and then it helps us against cards that work around graveyards. You can sacrifice it and exile all those cards. So our last land is the basic swamp. We do just run 4 of them. We got it there. We got other ways to make black mana as well, so I'm not too worried about having just 4 of them. It's there to get the pushes and the costly plunders, and then extra for our sideboard as well. And like I said, if we don't have those other lands, and like I said, it can also help us out with the Scrapheap Scrounger. So let's get to the sideboard now. Like I said, there's a few more black cards in the sideboard. We've got a couple of Liliana's Defeat. Destroy target black creature or black planeswalker, so hits Liliana. Obviously, if it was Liliana, they lose 3 life as well. But this is good removal for us for Scarab God, because Scarab God is everywhere. Now, it is sorcery speed, but it's still 1 mana. We can get it next turn. It won't be attacking. They might be able to activate, but sometimes they don't do that. They tap out for that. It's very rarely they have the 9 mana until they're playing it later on. So Liliana's Defeat is a good card in the sideboard. 4 of Duress as well. We all know what Duress does. And then we've got a 2 of Sentinel Totem, which helps us a bit more against graveyards as well. And when it enters the battlefield, it only costs 1. We can also scry 1. We've got a 1 of Lost Legacy. Name that, all-important non-artifact card that's really going to beat us down. We can name it with Lost Legacy and get rid of it. Filigree Familiar is there because there's a lot of aggro in the format. This will gain us 2 life when it ends the battlefield, so potentially there's 8 life there. And when we just sacrifice it as a blocker, we get to draw a card as well. The last one on the sideboard is a 2 of Vraska's Contempt. Exile target creature or planeswalker, gain a couple of lives. So we've got a bit of life gain in the sideboard. We've got ways to combat annoying cards, planeswalkers and really hard creatures. So I feel that's why I needed to add black into this construct deck. And obviously the Familiar is a fox. It's not a construct, but it's a very good card. A card that will gain you life, draw you a card potentially, and be just there as a blocker for you. So this is this week's deck tech, guys. I really hope you enjoy the deck. It's Colorless Black Constructs. I think it can be very good aggro. It's got some really good, black cards in this format at the moment. Its standard are very, very good. So it's going to help support us and hopefully just see us through the games. And they're going to be easy wins. They're never easy wins, are they? But let's hope that they are. Anyway, I will be streaming this live on Twitch at some point over the next few days. So the links are below for you to go and give me a follow over there. Don't forget to do it. And if you're new to us here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really does help support the channel for free. And also hitting that like button. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.